ready for another Ray Dunn haul. This might turn into a two-parter. Even though the week didn't start out glorious, but it sure ended with a bang. All right, let's get right into it. Monday. Half of the stuff I bought the last couple weeks, I returned to TJ Maxx on Monday. And the other reason I went to TJ Maxx on Monday, first thing in the morning, mind you, was because, remember I told you all that last week, tons of people in my state have found Christmas mugs at TJ Maxx. So I was like, I have no clue how that TJ Maxx operates when the tank or trolley comes out. So I was like, I'm going to be there first thing in the morning. Maybe it's Monday. Maybe they, who knows? So I get in, nothing. Thanksgiving stuff, yep, but nothing else, nothing. Okay, so I return my stuff, and then I make my way to Home Goods. I was like, people have found stuff at Home Goods, so I was like, well, let me look at Home Goods, and I found tons of Thanksgiving stuff. And I found 3 bakewares, and I think they bought all of them said Believe. The big ones. It was the biggest size. They were still on the tank, and they were in red letters, and I believe it said Believe. But I don't do the baked dishes, so I left it. And I also saw a farm canister. So farm, the whole farm line, which I'm not fond of that. It reminds me a little bit too much of the Icon one. So the farm one has made its way to my state as well. And I left that there. Yeah. And then I go to my Marshalls. It's about that time, you know, like after 11. I go in. My guy is nowhere to be found. I don't see him. So I usually start the way I operate, the way I look at my Marshalls is they have, when you first come in, towards the back, they have the Halloween fall section. That's where I start looking first. Then they have the baking stuff, and then they have the pottery aisle, and then behind the pottery aisle is a whole wall with Ray Dunn stuff. So that's how I operate. And then another aisle, then that's the whole garden department. So we always look there too. And after that is the bath aisle. It's it's like 5 aisles, and I'm done. And they're very short aisles. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you're done. So I go into the fall Thanksgiving aisle, and I see gobble. I told you I wanted that. So I found gobble. There were tons of gobbles, and I also bought a feast one, which I returned because I don't need it. No. And then just sitting right next to the gobble spoon rest was pasta bowls. Feast, like 2 pasta bowls. Like there's. And the store has been open since 9:30, and it's now 11:30. Just sitting there. So, fine. So, I've seen nothing else. Christmas stuff is only like 1 shelf. There's nothing. So, I go to the regular pottery wall, and I see this. There are tons. Yum. So, I grabbed this, and then they had a little trolley tank thing with all the Ray Dunn's clearance stuff. They must have, I don't know, they must have been sitting. Remember I told you last week that guy said they have me cleaning up in the back because they got stuff. This was on clearance for $4.50. Mermaid with the blue inside. Mermaid. Remember in the summer people were selling that like crazy on Macari for like, I think $50. That shouldn't sitting there like for $4.50. So, that was it for that day. I did talk to the guy. The guy said, yeah, he came out. No, he didn't have a tank. He had just plastic bins. He's like, no, I've seen nothing. He said, the truck came late today. We're still unloading in the back. We don't know where to put this stuff. It is a mess in my Marshalls. So, that was it. Tuesday. I go to Marshalls and I walk in. Nothing. I talked to the lady who was in the beauty department. I said, because I couldn't see my guy. And she said, well, the truck just came in, they're unloading. So I was like, let me come back later. And so I went to TJ Maxx, a town over, because the town over also has a Marshalls, but they never have anything. So I don't even bother going there, and it's huge. So I don't like to go to that much, but that TJ Maxx is nice. So I walk into the TJ Maxx, and this is just sitting randomly on the shelf. So I already posted it in my group. Somebody claimed it. I posted it for Retail Plus Text, so they're picking it up next week. And then I make my rounds, and I make my round back to the baking aisle, the ceramic aisle. And what do I see sitting on the shelf? Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I traded my black Boomerang for the melamine Happy Haunting Spooky and Boo bowl set? Another one was sitting right there. I could have kept my Boomerang. Anyway, we left it. We didn't need it. Okay. Anyways. So I went back to Marshall's, hoping. By then, the guy was out. He said, no. He had the tank, and it was all candles. Yankee Candle that scents. I don't know what. That scents. Sensors. I smell good. Candles. They're all nothing. So I was like, okay. All right. Well, I'll come back tomorrow. So Wednesday. Nothing. I go back, nothing. I'll stay there, and I'm waiting an hour, nothing. He is like, nope, sorry, nothing. I'm like, I don't want to believe him, so I'm like looking through the tank myself too, because I'm like, nothing. There was still mugs sitting on there, like the gobble stuffed, all that stuff that I already have a plethora of. So nothing. And then Thursday morning, I'm meeting somebody for a trade in far away. I travel an hour. So she's trading. No, she's not a trade. She's moving, and so she's want to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So she sold me for $5 her Aloha mug, and it's green inside. It's so pretty. It goes perfect with my mermaid mug. We're having an under the sea, ocean summer kind of theme, even though it's freezing cold outside right now. I swear I can smell the snow. I'm not ready. So she is meeting me in a shopping lot. I've never seen this. You come in, and there's a Marshalls. You go around the corner, Home Goods, and right next to Home Goods is a TJ Maxx. But then you can like walk through. It's not connected or anything. So we meet in front of the Home Goods, and she's like, oh yeah, she had a little kid with her, so she left. So I make my rounds. She already told me there was nothing there. So I make my rounds. Of course, she was right. Seasoned shopper she was, so she probably would have spotted everything and whatever. So I find nothing. So of course I'm going right next door to the TJ Maxx. Nothing, but I found this. ASAP. It's a letter holder, and it's $12.99. I've been wanting this. I've been like not really like, oh, I need to have it, but like if I had crossed one of them, I would have grabbed it. So I did. So, but that was it, TJ Maxx. So I got in my car, drove over to the Marshalls, and nothing. Waste of time. So on my way back home, I know halfway between that place and where I live, there is a Home Goods. In it's a small town. They have a Home Goods, and then further up the street they have a TJ Maxx. So first I stop at the Home Goods. Somebody told me, this is a newer Home Goods. It's only been open for 2 months. Somebody has told me previously, oh, don't go there. There's a lady who is in cahoots with the employees, so there's nothing. So I just needed to check. So I walk in, baking dishes galore, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, but we don't want that. Little round plates, with the snowman. You know, if you are a Ray Dunn collector, you remember from last year, there are these, the cocoa pot with the snowman with the mittens. They had the matching plates there, but no cocoa pot. Not that I wanted, I would have traded for something, but no. But then on the bottom, I almost missed it on the bottom. This monstrosity. Cookies. Yes. And just like the flower, it is $19.99. So that's all I bought at the Home Goods. So I got in my car and drove to TJ Maxx, and we're gonna end this video right now because what I found at the TJ Maxx is going to take a little bit longer than I have left in this video. So I will see you guys in a minute. Bye.